when I can really see our shared humanity, then I can connect with the parts of me that are dark, that I don't want to share. And I feel everyone lives with the entirety of their humanity, which is their accomplishments, the things they're proud of, and the things they're insecure about. And most people waver day to day, like, I'm doing so well, I'm such a failure. And when we can see the entirety of somebody's humanity, it starts to become so beautiful. I'd say most interactions are this kind of pathetic bragging about what we've done, because actually I'm saying that more from a book I read called Radical Honesty, where he was talking about, the author of the book was talking about how if you're not being genuine and not really relating to your emotional experience in the moment, then you limit yourself to what he called this type of pathetic bragging. And when I read that, I felt it really resonated. It felt like after that I started seeing in interactions with my friends when I wanted to be like, oh yeah, I hit my financial goals this month, versus like just stopping when that comes up and actually listening and not letting my ego get in the way of my connection with my friends. My mom recently did this program, a lot of you I've talked about Landmark with, and my mom recently did the advanced course, which is like Landmark's second program. And in it they talk about your act. And your act is something that you created as a child that cocooned you in an identity for the rest of your life. It's usually a failure that you don't want to ever happen again, that creates an identity for yourself that you project the rest of your life. And for my mom, she was blown away. She had one of these interactions where they humiliate you in front of the entire room. And she vividly realized how her whole life was limited by just a 3-word act. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. And she really got how every interaction she had was bringing to the table me. Like, I'm bringing to the table. I can help you with that. I can add something to the chili. I can take on this project. And she was kind of weighing herself down with her own act. And by being humiliated in front of a group of people with an understanding of what her act was, by saying the forum leader interacted with her and said, you don't even care about people. You don't have any active interest in other people. She's like, fuck. That's absolutely right. Brought to tears. I saw my mom. It looked like she had survived the Holocaust after that 3-day training. It looked like she had seen a ghost. And I've seen the residual impact of that. Every interaction I have with my mom now is this kind of peaceful, caring that I didn't know was missing before. So peace. That's really what I think it's all about. Finding the stillness inside of us to be able to create that space for the people around us. To have a mind like water. And when we drop something in it, a problem, a challenge, things we hate about ourselves, things we love about ourselves, it just ripples and then goes back to presence. Ripples and then goes back to presence. And if we're not constantly saying, look at me, 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 and we just let the waters still, then we can see our own reflection and be able to see our true selves beyond the chatter of the mind, beyond the act, beyond the beliefs we've cultivated from our past, beyond our fears of the future. And if we can just come back to stillness, come back to stillness. Then we can really have a powerful influence on others, rather than just a kind of pathetic bragging.